My beloved child, pause for a moment and open your heart to these words that flow directly from my loving presence. For I see every silent prayer you lift up, and I cherish every single thought that drifts through your mind, because each one matters deeply to me. I want you to know that I hold you gently in the palm of my hand, and I will never let you slip away or be consumed by the shadows that sometimes threaten your peace. Even when the path feels uncertain, or the night stretches out in what feels like endless darkness, remember that I am the steady light, guiding your every step, illuminating the way forward, and shaping your destiny with grace. You are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love and whispering hope into the quiet places of your soul. This is not just a promise, it is an unchanging truth that remains steadfast, no matter how the winds of life may blow. Embrace it now, and carry this assurance with you into tomorrow, for I have seen your struggles, and I have prepared a future for you that overflows with peace and mercy. Look forward and trust, because everything I do leads toward goodness and growth for your life. I invite you to rest in my presence, to find your solace in my arms, for I understand every beat of your heart and the dreams you carry within you. At times you might feel forgotten or overlooked by those around you, but I assure you that I have engraved you upon my heart, and I celebrate every breath you take. Do not fear the unknown, for I stand as your unfailing compass, guiding you through every twist and turn that life may present. There is no valley so deep that I cannot meet you there, and no mountain so high that my voice cannot call you onward, urging you to climb with courage in your spirit. Indeed, I am the one who crafted the universe and breathed life into your being, and I long to see you step forward with confidence in my unwavering devotion. Never doubt that you are treasured by me, for I am delighted in your existence, and I will journey with you every step of the way. Let my promises be the bedrock upon which you build your hopes, and do not look back in anxiety, but move forward in the assurance that you are loved beyond measure. I am the one who sees you as you truly are, for my gaze penetrates every layer of your heart, and I perceive the depth of your hopes, your disappointments, and your silent cries for help. If you find yourself questioning your worth, or wondering whether you have anything to offer to the world, recall that I have appointed you for a special purpose, unique and irreplaceable. You may not always see it clearly, but my love and design for you are woven into your every breath, your every skill, and your every passion. Do not be discouraged by the challenges that surround you, for they will eventually shape and refine you into the radiant soul I have always envisioned. Take hold of this truth. I have faith in who you are becoming, and I am working in ways you cannot always see to bring forth the wonders of my plan. Look up and let your heart brim with hope, for I am guiding you toward a destiny laced with joy and possibility. My beloved, do not lose heart when trials seem unrelenting, for they are but passing storms. I am your refuge in the middle of each tempest, offering a shield that stands strong against the fierce winds of adversity. And when the clamoring world weighs heavily upon you, and your soul grows weary, know that I am whispering words of comfort into your very core, reminding you that you are meant to rise above all sorrow. Take courage in the knowledge that no darkness is too thick, no sorrow too deep, for my guiding light to pierce through and bring calm. Remain steadfast in these promises, leaning into my grace as you find your strength renewed day by day. You have already overcome more than you realize, and with me by your side, you will conquer still more. Even now, I am setting paths before you that glimmer with hope. Trust that I am leading you onward, carefully and lovingly, into a future shaped by my kindness and your faith in me. Yes, I know the burdens you carry, the unseen battles that rage in the quiet hours of the night, and the questions that haunt your waking moments. I have counted every tear that has ever fallen from your eyes, and I have held each quiver of your heart in my gentle hands. Do not believe the lie that you have to face these struggles alone, or that you must be strong at all times. Instead, draw closer to me, lean on me, and allow me to shoulder what feels impossible for you to bear. I am your steadfast friend, your loving Father, the one who never tires of hearing your voice. Trust in this invitation to peace, and know that my strength is unlimited, ready to carry you through every valley. Hold on to this assurance, for my love is unfailing, and I have prepared triumph for you on the other side of these trials. The dawn of your hope is nearer than you imagine, and as you hold to my hand, I will lead you with tenderness and delight. You are my precious creation, fashioned with an intentional design and blessed with a purpose that stands out in this vast tapestry of humanity. I see the talents you sometimes doubt, the dreams you nurture in secret, and the compassion that stirs your heart when you witness the hurt in others. You often worry about whether you are enough, but I want you to remember that I planted strength within you that transcends your limitations. Where you see only a few seeds, I see an entire garden poised to blossom at the appointed time. Let that confidence anchor you on days when the storms of comparison rise to steal your joy. You do not need to resemble anyone else, for the world needs the unique colors of your spirit. Keep trusting in my design, and I will continue to shape you into a reflection of my grace. Embrace the journey, knowing that I am close, guiding your steps and deepening your wisdom with every choice you make. I know how the demands of daily life can press against your soul, leaving you breathless and uncertain of your next move. When you feel as though you are stumbling under the weight of your responsibilities, remember that you are not walking this path alone. I am the one who stands ready to lighten your load and give you rest, beckoning you to trust my heart. If you allow me, I will envelop your weariness in my arms of consolation, infusing you with renewed courage and the clarity you need to carry on. Never doubt that I rejoice every time you call upon me in prayer, for your voice is like a sweet melody that resonates through heaven. Even now, I am moving mightily on your behalf, orchestrating circumstances in ways you might not yet perceive, preparing hearts and opening doors. Take hope in this promise and look ahead with joy, for each step you take in faith paves the way for wonders yet to come. Do not allow fear to rule you, for fear distorts the truth of my love and blinds you to my presence. Instead, let faith lead you, for faith sees the mountains move before they even tremble. I am your shield against the fiery darts of worry and despair, and I will not fail you. Hold on to the certainty that my goodness prevails, that my word never returns void, and that my power can transform the bleakest situation into a testimony of grace. Even when you are tempted to retreat or to abandon hope, recall that I am the one who makes streams flow in the desert and who brings forth blossoms in a wasteland. Keep pressing forward, confident that no barrier is insurmountable for me, and no problem too complicated for my wisdom. Do not fear, beloved. I am here, and I always will be, shining my light through every horizon of your journey. When you stand at the crossroads of important decisions, uncertain which direction to take, do not allow anxiety to choke your faith. Instead, come to me in prayer, freely confiding your dreams, fears, and doubts. I long to illuminate your mind with discernment and guide your steps with unwavering precision. There is nothing that can take you from my sight, and no choice you make can separate you from my love, for I hold you more dearly than you can comprehend. If you look to me and trust my leading, even a seemingly small decision can flourish into a massive blessing, a ripple effect of good that extends far beyond what you initially imagined. Open your heart in the quietness, speak with honesty, and trust that I listen intently to your every word. I treasure your willingness to seek me, and I shall respond with clarity and direction that will usher you into a place of greater wholeness and peace. Now, my child, let your spirit rest for a moment in the gentle embrace of my presence, acknowledging that you are treasured simply for who you are, not for what you do or what you prove to others. I find delight in your honest attempts to live in love, in your yearning for hope, and in the kindness you show even when your own heart feels wounded. When your mind feels adrift in doubts, remember that I am the anchor who keeps you from drifting into despair, and I am the lighthouse that signals safe harbor even in the worst storms. Allow yourself to be carried by my promises, and let your soul breathe in the assurance that you are truly precious in my eyes. You do not need to strive endlessly to earn my acceptance, for my love is freely given, immeasurable and unchanging. Believe this with all your heart. I am with you, and I will remain by your side, pouring strength into your spirit for the path that lies ahead. Hear me when I say that your life holds immeasurable worth, more than the finest treasures gathered on the earth. I, who formed the stars in the heavens and breathed my life into your being, declare that no one can diminish the sacred value I have placed upon you. There will be days when self-doubt arises, perhaps triggered by rejection or by the harsh judgments of others. Yet even in those moments, I want you to remember that I am your author and your redeemer. I made no mistake when I fashioned your heart and set you in motion within this world, and I rejoice each time you recognize the light I have placed within you. Rest in that truth, letting it wash over all insecurities, for you are cherished beyond human comprehension, and I take delight in the fullness of who you are. When you doubt your abilities or feel as though your gifts are too small to matter, recall how a simple seed can break through the hardest soil to bloom in splendor. I have imparted to you unique talents that carry my reflection, each one intended to be a blessing not only for you but also for those around you. In moments of hesitation, lift your eyes to me and remember that I delight in your successes, and I stand beside you through every failure, ready to offer a hand of mercy and a breath of fresh hope. Let your heart find courage in the knowledge that I, the Eternal One, have orchestrated every detail of your life's tapestry. Celebrate your small victories, for even the tiniest step forward can become a testament to my grace and a radiant spark of inspiration for others who feel alone in their struggles. I want you to understand the magnitude of your significance. You are not merely a face in the crowd, but a precious vessel of my love, destined to carry hope into weary corners of this world. Do not measure your worth by the fleeting standards society imposes, wealth, status, or external beauty, because my gaze travels straight to the heart, perceiving what is invisible to the human eye. I see the goodness stirring within you, the potential ready to flourish, and the faith that yearns to grow. Yes, you may feel inadequate when faced with monumental tasks, but remember the story of David, a shepherd boy who rose above fear to defeat a giant with my power guiding his aim. Likewise, I will empower you to overcome your own giants, for I have equipped you for every challenge. Believe that your uniqueness is a treasure I hold dear, and do not doubt the immeasurable worth I have lovingly bestowed upon you. My dear one, I celebrate every moment you overcome despair, every heartbeat that resonates with compassion, and every tender thought you express toward others. You are like a brilliant gem, reflecting rays of my glory when you shine kindness into dark spaces and choose love over selfish desires. Yet even on the days when you falter, when your brightness seems dimmed by fatigue or frustration, I am still near, gently nurturing that divine spark within your soul. My affection for you is constant, an unbreakable bond that not even the fiercest storm of negativity can sever. If you ever grow weary of life's turbulence, come close and hear the steady rhythm of my heart, pulsing with unwavering devotion for you. Let it remind you that I have already declared you worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you are in me. In my sight, you are not defined by mistakes or failures, but by the ongoing story of redemption I am writing into your life. Yes, you have stumbled, and yes, you have known regret. But do you not see how I am working all things together for your good? How I weave even your missteps into a tapestry that reveals my mercy? Therefore, do not carry the weight of self-condemnation any longer. Instead, allow my grace to become the wind that lifts your wings, enabling you to rise above fear, shame, or any obstacle that hinders your growth. You are more resilient than you realize, and each time you persevere through hardship, you display the magnificent strength that my Spirit has placed within you. Be heartened by this truth and press onward, always assured that I watch over you with boundless affection and pride. There is nothing more precious to me than a heart that yearns for my presence. I see how you strive to draw nearer, how you whisper your prayers in the quiet hours, seeking counsel and strength for the road ahead. It brings me great joy to witness your dependence on my guidance, for you acknowledge that true life is found only in communion with me. When doubts about your worth arise, let my voice pierce through the clamor. You are mine, a beloved child of the King who calls you by name. Remember that I have claimed you as my own, and nothing can snatch you from my hand. Revel in that security, let it anchor your heart, and allow your soul the liberty to explore the height, depth, and breadth of my love. I invite you to lift your eyes from the mirror of self-criticism and see the reflection of my truth. You are a cherished masterpiece, formed by divine intent, and I crafted every detail of your being with meticulous care. When you feel overwhelmed by thoughts of inadequacy, silence them with the knowledge that I, the creator of the universe, chose to create you in love and with grand purpose. Your true identity is rooted in me, not in fleeting social trends or the approval of those around you. Embrace this reality, for in doing so, you will find both comfort and boldness. You stand with dignity and noble calling, a living testimony to my unending grace and compassion. Let your heart smile in this assurance, and do not be afraid to step forward with confidence, shining the radiant light I have placed within you. Never forget the intimate care I have for every nuance of your life. The world may appear indifferent, but I notice the small, almost invisible details, like the way you quietly encourage a friend even when your own spirit is low, or the gentle tears you shed when you see someone in pain. These moments echo my heart, for I am a God of compassion, and I crafted you to display that same compassion to others. Each act of mercy you extend, each word of support you offer, is woven into the great story of my love moving through the world. I see you, my child, and I will ensure that the seeds of kindness you sow will yield a harvest of blessing in due time. Keep your spirit open to my leading, and I will guide you in sharing the treasures I have deposited within your soul, that others may come to know the depth of my care through your example. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your authenticity. When you embrace the reality of your own worth in me, you give others permission to do the same. In a culture so often driven by comparison and envy, one genuine gesture of love can break through the barriers of fear. I have appointed you to be a carrier of my presence, to let the warmth of my love radiate through your words and actions. When you align your heart with my truth, you become a living vessel of hope, testifying that every single person has a seat at my table. Remember, you do not walk this path alone, for my Spirit dwells within you, strengthening your faith and emboldening your spirit. Do not hold back from sharing the measure of grace I have poured into your life, for through your testimony, lives are changed and hearts are healed. Take this moment to breathe in the assurance that I see you, I know you, and I delight in you. I am not distant or unattached. I am very present, longing to pour into your heart the affirmation you so desperately seek from lesser sources. When you are tempted to believe the lie that you are not enough, remember these words. I, who orchestrate the galaxies, find joy in your existence, and I want nothing more than to see you prosper in spirit, mind, and soul. Allow my spirit to whisper confidence into your deepest insecurities, and trust that my love is strong enough to cover every weakness. Stand tall in the knowledge that you are mine, a beloved treasure on whom I have set my heart. Move into the future with courage, uplifted by the radiant promise that your life is an offering of immeasurable worth to me. I know that life can sometimes feel like a winding road fraught with shadows, where disappointment and heartache lurk around unexpected corners. Every tear that slips down your cheek has been seen by me, and I hold your sorrow as tenderly as a mother cradles her infant. Do not for a moment think that your pain goes unnoticed or your cries unheard. Even in the silent nights, when your own heart seems to echo with loneliness, I remain close, sending gentle reminders that you are cherished and never truly forsaken. You may wonder why certain hardships arise or why storms seem relentless, but I assure you that I am weaving every circumstance into a greater narrative of redemption. Though you cannot yet see the full picture, I promise you that in due season, you will witness how I have turned every bitter seed into a fruit of new life and deeper understanding. I see how weariness has weighed on your soul, those moments when discouragement whispers that you cannot go on. Yet here you stand, still reaching out for me, still striving to love and hope despite the heaviness you feel. Such resilience is a testament to the resilience I planted within you, and you can trust that I will provide the strength you need for each new day. Fear not that you will crumble beneath the weight of your trials, for my power is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace becomes your sustaining force when your own resources run dry. If you open your heart to me in prayer, you will find a soothing balm for every pain and a fountain of courage that never runs low. Rest in this promise, for I am carrying you onward even when your feet stumble, and I will not let you fall beyond my reach. Take comfort in knowing that I truly understand every trial you face, for my love compelled me to walk among humanity, feeling the sting of rejection, the ache of loss, and the burden of sorrow. When you question whether anyone can relate to your hardships, remember that I have borne the weight of the world's anguish upon my shoulders, and I have emerged victorious over death itself. Therefore, no sorrow is too deep for me to soothe, no wound too severe for my healing touch. Lay your anxieties down at my feet, let me cradle your fears, and watch as I transform your desperation into quiet confidence. Even when the world around you seems uncaring, I remain your steadfast ally, and my spirit breathes new hope into the darkest corners of your life. I know there are times you feel overlooked or misunderstood by those closest to you, and you may wonder if you are destined to bear your burdens in solitude. Yet I remind you now that I am the faithful companion who never departs, the one who listens intently to your every unspoken thought. I see you when you labor tirelessly with little reward, and I hold you when your spirit feels like it might shatter from the relentless strain of daily demands. When disappointment grows and frustration threatens to erupt, call upon my name, for I will quiet your anxious mind and fill you with a peace that transcends all logic. I am not merely a distant observer of your life, but an active participant, eager to supply the comfort and assurance you long for. You never need to carry your burdens alone, because my shoulders are broad, and my intention is always to draw you into deeper closeness with me. During those moments when you experience heartbreak and wonder if hope can survive the wreckage, cling to the promise that I am near to the brokenhearted, binding up their wounds with my own gentle hands. I am the mender of shattered dreams, the restorer of souls that feel frayed at the edges from disappointment. Place your hurts into my care, and do not be afraid to be honest about your sorrow. Cry out to me in the darkness, and I will meet you there, illuminating your path and reminding you that your story does not end in heartbreak. Rather, your heartbreak becomes the soil in which compassion grows, allowing you to empathize with others in a way you never could before. Trust in my capacity to breathe life into places you considered ruined, for with me, nothing is beyond redemption. I see the silent battles you fight, the anxiety that wraps itself around your heart, the doubt that creeps in during quiet moments, the loneliness that can strike even when you are surrounded by people. I do not judge you for these struggles, for I know the frailties of the human condition. Instead, I invite you to bring every concern, every hidden worry to my feet. Allow me to be your solace and your refuge, the one who steadies your trembling spirit. You do not have to pretend to be unshakable, for I take delight in your honesty, in your courage to face your vulnerability. Let my perfect love cast out the fears that have tried to build walls around your heart. If you remain in my love, you will find that no barrier is too imposing, no chain too heavy to be broken by the gentle power of my truth. Do not be surprised if certain trials seem to persist longer than you would wish, for sometimes my children grow best in seasons of tension and waiting. Like a seed buried in the ground, it can be dark and confining, yet in that hidden space, roots grow stronger, reaching deep for sustenance they might otherwise never seek. In a similar way, your faith is being forged through these trials, refined as precious gold in the fire. Though you may feel the heat and question why you must endure such intensity, remember that I am the master potter, shaping the clay of your life with skilled and loving hands. Every moment of struggle can become a stepping stone to wisdom and growth, if you trust the process I have laid out for you. So take courage, beloved one, for you are far stronger than you realize, and I am bringing forth beauty from every challenge you encounter. I also recognize how weariness can settle in your bones, especially when the answers to your prayers seem delayed or when relief from your troubles remains elusive. Do not allow impatience to steal your peace, for my timing is perfect, even if it appears mysterious from your perspective. Remember the story of Joseph, who waited through slavery and prison before he stepped into the role for which I had destined him. His journey was long and arduous, yet every step was guided by my hand. Likewise, your path, winding though it may be, is under my watchful care, and I have already mapped out every detail with intention and wisdom. Trust that I do not waste a single tear or a single moment of longing, and in due time, you will see the breathtaking outcome of my plan. Until then, rest in me, confident that I am neither late nor distant, but always orchestrating your life for a greater purpose. Consider the countless others who have walked through their own valleys of hardship, discovering along the way that the valley is not endless, and the dawn always follows the darkest hours. They too cried out in desperation, questioning whether I heard their pleas. And I answered, unveiling my goodness in the midst of their trials, revealing that I use even the harshest storms to water the seeds of hope. Take their testimonies as a beacon of comfort, a reminder that you are not alone in your struggles. Join your heart with theirs, for you are all part of the family of faith, woven together by shared experiences of sorrow and triumph. This is why I implore you to stay connected, to seek fellowship with others who can help bear your burdens, reminding you of my promises when your own vision becomes clouded by despair. Together you can encourage one another, building each other up as a tapestry of hope in a world often gripped by fear. My child, when you feel that you cannot possibly take another step, remember my words. In your weakness, my strength is revealed. That means you do not have to carry the weight of expectation or perfection on your own. Instead, release your striving and let my all-sufficient grace cradle you like a warm blanket on a cold night. I have no desire to see you crushed by the demands of life. Rather, I long for you to come to me, to share your burdens in honest surrender. In that place of vulnerability, you will discover that my power is able to do infinitely more than you could ask or imagine. And as you lean on me, even your toughest trials will become pathways to deeper intimacy with my heart, confirming again and again that I am with you, I am for you, and I will never abandon the one I love. Remember, beloved, that I am your shield, ever ready to deflect the arrows of despair and the darts of fear that threaten to pierce your heart. When the storms rage and the winds of adversity howl, take refuge beneath my wings, for I spread them wide to cover you with unshakable protection. Though enemies may gather and troubles amass, none can breach the fortress of my love if you choose to dwell within it. Let confidence replace anxiety as you recall that my presence forms an impenetrable barrier around your spirit. No affliction, no hardship, no force in all creation can pry you away from my grip. I am vigilant over your life, ensuring that even what was meant for harm can be transformed into something that leads to your ultimate good. Yes, rest in that truth. I am your shield, and no threat is mightier than my power. I am the guardian of your soul, a watchful shepherd who never slumbers, and I stand at the gate of your life to ward off harm. When you feel exposed or vulnerable, picturing yourself as a small ship lost upon a tumultuous sea, remember that I hold mastery over the waves. At my word, storms subside and chaos yields to calm. Though you might tremble at the tempest, I remain steady, guiding you toward safe harbors that you cannot yet see. Believe that my purposes for you extend beyond the horizon of your current struggles. Even in the darkest places, my voice can echo like a beacon, reassuring you that I am actively orchestrating your deliverance. Surrender your anxious thoughts to me, and I will show you the pathways to peace. Together we shall see that no wave can overwhelm the vessel guided by the captain of all creation. My promise to protect you is as enduring as the mountains, unyielding in the face of time and trial. You may look around and see only looming giants of difficulty, but I remind you of the stories of old, where I rescued my people from the jaws of the lion's den and the furnace of affliction. I am still the same powerful and loving God, ready to intervene in your life with miraculous precision. When doubt creeps in, ask yourself, have I not seen my hand of deliverance before? Indeed, reflect on the times when you felt cornered, yet I provided a way out, shining light into the shadows of what appeared hopeless. Do not grow weary in waiting for my salvation, for it will come at just the right moment, revealing my faithfulness once more. I who formed the stars know the perfect hour to act on your behalf. If you are ever uncertain about my involvement in your life, take a moment to recall the hidden blessings you have already received: an unexpected phone call at the right time, a door of opportunity swinging open when all seemed locked, a sense of peace flooding your heart when you least expected it. These are not coincidences, but gentle demonstrations of my protective presence. Let them serve as anchors of remembrance, ensuring that even when new storms gather, you remain steadfast in faith. I have not abandoned you, nor will I. Instead, I stand before you, behind you, and on all sides, enveloping you like a mighty fortress. And in those moments when you cannot see my hand, trust my heart. For I am always at work, shielding you from unseen dangers and preparing you to emerge stronger and more radiant than before. In your greatest challenges, understand that I am wielding a shield on your behalf. There is no force in this realm or beyond that can break the bond of my love or topple the kingdom I have established in your life. Even when your adversaries hurl accusations or attempt to ensnare you in doubt, remember that my word stands as your defense. Let my promises echo in your mind like a rallying cry, dispelling every lie that the enemy whispers. Have no fear of the future, for I hold it in the palm of my hand, and I have declared that you are my beloved. Rest in this truth, and allow your heart to be fortified by my assurance. As you cling to me, you will discover that faith flourishes and fear diminishes, for what can stand against you when the Lord of hosts is your defender? I am also your refuge, the secure dwelling where your weary soul can find relief from every turmoil. When you feel battered by life's storms, step into my sanctuary, an interior space of communion with me, where the troubles of the world cannot penetrate. When confusion swirls, come to me with an open heart, and I will clarify your vision, reminding you that I have placed my spirit within you to guide and to comfort. Do not linger in the realm of anxiety, seeking solutions by your own might. Rather, race into my arms, for I am the safe harbor that never closes its gates. There, in the quiet intimacy of my presence, you will feel a peace that transcends logic, a balm to your soul that no earthly remedy can match. Let the knowledge of my refuge give you courage to face each trial with newfound confidence, knowing that you are never alone in the battle. My protection does not mean you will never encounter hardship, but it does guarantee that such hardship will not conquer you. Like the refining fire that purifies gold, the trials you endure can serve to refine your character and amplify the testimony of my goodness in your life. The promise I make is that you will never be forsaken in the midst of the flames. I walk with you through every furnace, just as I walked with the faithful ones in times past, and I will see you through to victory. Refrain from allowing discouragement to weigh you down, for I am the shield that stands between you and ultimate defeat. Though you may feel the heat of adversity, it will not consume you, for my mighty hands hold you close. Take courage in this assurance, and never forget that I, the Lord, am fighting alongside you every step of the journey. I want you to remember that my help is already unfolding in your present circumstances. Perhaps you have been praying for breakthrough or for answers, and you feel nothing has changed. Trust my timing, and trust the quiet work of my Spirit that often happens beneath the surface of your awareness. Just as seeds grow in the soil long before they break through to the sunlight, so too do my plans develop in hidden places, ready to emerge when the season is right. Surrender your frantic need for control and allow me to work in ways that may surprise you. Continue to ask, continue to knock, and continue to seek with a heart of expectancy. Do not be disheartened if the vision seems delayed, for I will not fail to complete the work I have begun. Instead, open your eyes to the subtle signs of my provision, for I am already strengthening you with every step. Whatever your current struggle, be it financial, relational, emotional, or spiritual, I speak peace over your life and declare that I am already intervening. As you lay your burdens before me, watch how I orchestrate details, connect you with the right people, and open pathways you never considered. I am the God of divine alignment and perfect placement. Even your disappointments can become catalysts for new direction if you will allow me to lead. Keep your gaze fixed on me rather than the turbulence, and you will find that my help often arrives in forms more beautiful and miraculous than you dared to imagine. I am your champion, your savior, and your unyielding advocate. Whatever valley you traverse, my rod and staff will comfort you, guiding you upward toward victory. Keep believing, keep hoping, and do not be afraid to lean fully on my strong arm. Dear one, I promise that I will never abandon you to fend for yourself in a world fraught with uncertainty. I have dispatched my angels to watch over you, to stand guard on your journey, to intervene in times of danger. When the nights grow long and doubts try to overshadow your faith, call upon my name, and let the truth of my nearness banish every fear. You are under my protection, encircled by my endless love, and covered by my covenant promise of deliverance. Even now, my Spirit is at work, forging a deeper trust within you and paving the way for a testimony of triumph that will honor me and bring you immeasurable joy. Stand firm in the shelter of my grace, and know this beyond a shadow of a doubt. I am your ever-present help, and in my presence you will find both strength and victory to face whatever lies ahead. In these moments, I urge you to draw near to me in prayer, for prayer is not a ritual to be dreaded or a task to be checked off, but a living dialogue between our hearts. Let your words, however simple, rise to me like sweet incense, and I will respond with the soothing balm of my presence. Share your anxieties, your dreams, your joys, and your sorrows without pretense, for I delight in your honesty. You need not strive for elaborate phrases or worry about perfect speech. I understand the language of your tears, your hopes, and your silent yearnings. As you speak to me, I will surround you with my peace, revealing that the closeness you crave is already here, for I have never left your side. Together, let us forge a connection so intimate and constant that you carry my voice in your heart wherever you go. Come confidently before me with the trust of a child who knows that a loving parent stands ready to listen. Do not hold back your doubts or frustrations. I am not surprised by them, nor am I repelled. Rather, pour out your soul, even the parts you find unsettling or unworthy. I welcome them, and I will transform them into something fruitful. When fear accuses you, calling you faithless, remember that your honesty in my presence is the very essence of true faith, for it acknowledges that I am the one who can bear your burdens. Prayer is not about perfection, but connection. Let it be as natural as breathing, a constant communion that threads through every activity of your day. Watch then how I answer in ways both subtle and grand, orchestrating the tapestry of your life in perfect harmony. As you lay your concerns at my feet, keep your heart open to receive my guidance. Sometimes the answers come in a whisper, a spontaneous insight, a conviction you cannot ignore, or a quiet nudge that resonates deep within. Other times, I speak through the words of others, through a passage of scripture, or through a remarkable turn of events that cannot be mere coincidence. Stay alert, for prayer is a two-way conversation, and I long for you to pause in stillness to hear my voice. Resist the urge to fill every silence with your own thoughts. Instead, create space in your day where you simply wait, letting my spirit stir in the depths of your being. If you listen, you will find that I am nearer than the beat of your heart, whispering the wisdom and love you seek. Trust also that your prayers ripple out beyond your own life, impacting circumstances and people you may never meet. Never underestimate the power unleashed when your faith aligns with my will. A single heartfelt petition can shift the course of history in unseen ways. Remember how Moses, through earnest intercession, changed the destiny of an entire nation, or how Elijah's prayers brought rain after a season of drought. In the same way, your prayers carry weight in the spiritual realm. So do not despair if the outcome you expect is not immediate. Keep praying, keep believing, for I am weaving everything together according to my perfect plan. Your steadfast prayer is like a lamp that continues to shine in the night, offering hope and direction to all who dwell in darkness. Keep it burning bright, and know that I am faithful to respond in due season. Sometimes the most profound prayer is simply the cry of your heart that has no words, just the raw emotion that spills from your depths. In these moments, let me hold you. Let my spirit translate your groans into divine petitions, for I know exactly what you need even before you can articulate it. This is part of the wonder of my relationship with you. I understand your spirit more fully than you do yourself. Therefore, do not hesitate to come to me in your exhaustion, your despair, or your confusion. Every tear speaks volumes in the courts of heaven, and your vulnerability touches my heart deeply. Yes, my beloved, pray without ceasing, not as a burdensome command, but as an invitation to continual fellowship. It is in this unending dialogue that my presence becomes your daily refreshment, your guiding star when the night seems endless. Alongside prayer, I call you to trust. Trust in my character, in my intentions, in the words I have spoken over your life. Let faith lead you forward, even when the path is obscured by clouds of uncertainty. Trust is the foundation upon which a dynamic relationship with me is built, for it compels you to lean on my wisdom instead of your own understanding. Remember that every time you choose to trust me rather than yield to your fears, you open a door for my power to move freely in your circumstances. Trust does not mean denying reality, but rather affirming that I hold a higher reality, one in which miracles are possible and hope is never extinguished. As you cultivate this unwavering reliance on me, you will see your life change in ways that defy human logic, testifying that I am indeed the God of the impossible. Some days, trust may come easily, as though you can sense my hand guiding you with perfect clarity. On other days, doubts may clutter your mind, and you might feel lost in a fog of confusion. During those uncertain times, do not beat yourself up for struggling, but rather bring your doubts to me. Trust is a journey, not a static achievement. It grows through experience and encounters with my faithfulness. If you reflect on your past, you will see countless instances where I came through, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Let those memories fuel your conviction that I will continue to be the same trustworthy God tomorrow and all the days that follow. I do not change with the seasons or the shifting winds. My love for you is steadfast and unending. Root your heart in this truth, and let it blossom into confidence that conquers every fear. Guard your heart against the temptation to place your trust in the fleeting securities of this world, financial stability, human approval, or physical comfort. Though these things can offer temporary relief, they crumble like sand under the pressure of real trials. Instead, build your life upon the rock of my eternal word. Every promise I have made stands unshaken through the ages, and my covenant with you is written in love that cannot be broken. When you hinge your trust on my faithfulness, you align yourself with a kingdom that transcends the volatile nature of earthly systems. Then, even if the mountains quake or the seas roar, you will remain unshaken, for I will be your firm foundation. Choose to invest your hope in my unchanging truth, for it will be a haven that endures far beyond the troubles of this fleeting life. I am calling you to let go of the burdens you carry, to release the outcomes you fear, and to cling to me with the hands of faith. Let your heart find rest in my sovereignty, in my goodness, and in the truth that I work all things together for those who love me. Do not let anxiety consume you, for it is powerless to add a single hour to your life. But trust in my provision, knowing that I feed the birds of the air and clothe the flowers of the field with splendor. How much more do I cherish you, my beloved? Indeed, I will never neglect your needs, and I will not fail to sustain you. As you pour your trust into my capable hands, you will find a freedom that surpasses all attempts to manage or control life's uncertainties. Now, with prayer in your breath and trust in your heart, step out into each new day, assured that I am going before you. Even when logic claims your resources are insufficient, my power is abundantly more than enough. Offer me your hopes, your plans, and even your failures, allowing me to transform them into building blocks for a future that glorifies my name and fills your life with meaning. Stand firmly on the promise that I am your steadfast ally, your loving Father, and the divine source of all that is good. Embrace this call to prayer and trust, for it will lead you into territories of blessing you have yet to imagine. And as you walk with me, you will see mountains move, doors open, and miracles unfold, all confirming that your faith is not in vain. Lift your eyes, beloved, and march forward, for I am your constant guide and friend, leading you to green pastures and still waters. My beloved child, lift up your eyes and see that I have planted hope like a seed within your heart, ready to flourish at the slightest ray of faith. This hope is not a fleeting wish, but a solid anchor that keeps you steady in uncertain waters. When the future looms and you are tempted to shrink back, remember that I hold every tomorrow in my hands. Your yesterday does not define you, for I am always doing a new thing, making rivers flow in deserts and turning barren places into gardens of delight. You are heading toward a destiny that is drenched in my goodness, where each challenge becomes a doorway to deeper revelation of my love. Rejoice in this truth and let expectancy bloom as you move forward. My precious child, know that my love for you remains unchanging and eternal. Through every season, I stand firm in devotion, never wavering in my affection. I cherish your soul with a depth that no words can fully capture, and I will never let you go. I bless you now with grace that surpasses all understanding, and I speak peace over every corner of your existence. Walk forward knowing my promises hold true, and my care is relentless. No matter what arises, I am your fortress, standing with unwavering love, and I will not fail you. Look ahead with joyful anticipation, for the best is yet to come. Keep faith alive and watch for my hand in each new day. All that I am, I offer you, ensuring you have all you need. Take heart, and always step boldly into the future I have prepared.